What's up, guys? Top Voices Podcast, best podcast in the world. This time with introduction. Brought to you by Spearshot, aka Isa, and me, Naayil,
Hello,
aka Naayil.
guys.
What's up, guys? This is episode 6? 6 or 7, something like that. I don't know. I don't
I thought
count.
we were still on 5. But
I think 5 was last time. Whatever. Let's say 6. If it's wrong, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. First things first, I gotta talk about the schedule thing. You know, let's get rid of that every Sunday. Let's get rid of it.
Yeah, you know what? It would be better if we had like a spontaneous kind of vibe to it.
Let's say at least once every 2 weeks minimum.
Every other week, yeah.
Every
minimum.
other week is, I think, better, because we were actually gonna record like Saturday, Sunday, but you couldn't because you were. What were you doing on stream, Isa? Go ahead.
What was I doing on stream?
You
Was I playing Elden Ring?
Yeah, playing Elden Ring. You're getting abused by Elden Ring.
Bro, I have never been so mentally fatigued playing a game before, bro. I was getting smoked. The only
You're
reason
a league
why
streamer,
recording,
by the way.
I'm a League streamer. Bro, no. League's the hardest game to stream, just generally.
Yeah.
Elden Ring's fun, but like it was messing me up, bro. And for some reason, I'm doing a one-hit run. So if I get hit once, I die. So it's taken me about 6 hours to beat bosses now, because even if I play amazing, if I just get hit once and I mess up once or minor error, I'm dead. So it's taken me literally the whole day to get through one boss, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish this game by the end of the year at this rate, straight up.
So you're not skilling any HP.
I'm not skilling HP, but you know what, bro? I think starting tomorrow, I'm putting points in HP, otherwise we're not going to be able to finish this game, bro.
Have you played Elden Ring before?
No, I've never played it.
Isn't that challenge like supposed to like done after you finished it one time, and now you're already kind of skilled and you know the game, so now you can try to do it? Isn't that what people do? They like they do challenge.
That's what usual people do. They played like Dark Souls 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
They played Sekiro. They played some other bullshit. And then they came all the way to Elden Ring. And they finished it and then done a no-hit run. And those are like the top 0.01% of the guys that play the game. I don't know why, but I'm dumb. So I thought, it can't be that hard. I'll try it. I play Pantheon top lane. It should be easy enough.
Right.
And then, I'm getting cooked, bro. I literally have to put points in HP now. I don't have a choice. It's so difficult. Like, Naayil, I spent 6 hours yesterday on a guy that's not even a boss. He's like one of the mini bosses, bro.
Like a quest.
He doesn't even have like an area for himself. He's just like in the middle of nowhere. He's like near a staircase and he's just out in a field somewhere. Like it shouldn't take me that long to beat him, bro, for 6 hours. It's gonna take too long, so yeah, no, but I've been enjoying it a lot, man.
So yeah,
nice
because of
break
our
from League, I like it.
Oh yeah, sure. So because of our streamer lifestyle, it's quite hard to consistently like record on the same day every week, to get out the episode every week. So you guys can expect a new episode. I think once a week is possible, but if it's not once a week, at least once every 2 weeks. Like right now, like the episode should have came out 2 days ago on Sunday, so we're recording now on Tuesday, which means episode will come out probably tomorrow on Wednesday. So it's gonna kind of always be set back a couple of days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think every other week's fine too. Either week or every other week. I think it's fine.
Right. If you see it, you're lucky you get it. That's how it is.
Hey, yo, come on, Naayil. You can't say that. We're lucky to have the viewers, for real.
Yeah, yeah. So, bro, it has been a very eventful week, I guess you could say. At least in the real world. I mean, obviously, I know people have already commented they don't want us to talk about much about. They don't want us much to talk about, like, league stuff. So there is a bunch of stuff that happened in the world, man. You heard about that Donald Trump thing?
I heard about it. I didn't look into it. So, from what I know, you could correct me. He got shot at with a fake gun, or was it a real one?
No, it was a real one.
Okay, and it barely skimmed him. It like chipped his ear.
Yeah. So
as far as that, I know. If you would want to discuss the conspiracy aspects of it, I'm down. I just don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I can give you a rundown.
Go.
So here's the official story, and this is what I think everybody knows. So what happens is, Trump is doing his rally in what was it, Pennsylvania? I think it's Pennsylvania.
You would know, boss.
So he's doing this rally, he's doing this speech, and in the middle of the speech, long story short, he's looking to his right. I think it was his right. It might have, if the camera is inverted, it's his left. I mean, if the camera is not inverted, it's to his left. But if the camera is like proper, then it's like to his right. So he's looking to his right, and you hear these popping sounds. It's not the sounds did not sound like a powerful weapon. It sounded like a BB gun, but obviously whatever. So that's what it in the video sounds like. And then like he grabs his ear after like 2 shots. He grabs his ear, and then like everyone's screaming. He's going down. The Secret Service is like jumping on him, and yeah, he stands up with like blood on his face and his bloody ear, and he puts his fists in the air. Did you see that picture? That
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, after he got shot, he was like he was telling the Secret Service to wait, and he pumped up his fist and he was screaming like fight, and like everyone was cheering for him. So that's like the official story, and also the official story is that a person in the crowd actually died. Yeah, a person in the crowd also got hit by a bullet.
From what?
By a bullet.
He got shot. Someone in the crowd got shot.
By those bullets aimed at Trump, apparently, yeah. And
like someone behind him, right? Maybe.
I have no idea. All I know is someone in the crowd got killed, and I also know that the shooter himself, he died as well. The Secret Service snipers took him out.
He got shot. Okay. Yeah. So I know that much. I didn't know someone died actually.
Yeah, no, someone in the crowd died. We even know who he was. He was like a firefighter, like a husband, and like his kids and shit. So, yeah, and there's also pictures on Twitter, like, where you can see some gory stuff about that.
What kind of gory stuff are we talking?
You can see like these benches where the people sit on. There is a picture of like the part of the bench, and like on the floor is like full of blood and like stuff. Evidently, the civilian, he got shot in the head and like.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like really badly.
So like you're saying, like his brain and guts and all something.
Yeah, gory stuff.
God damn.
It was really bad looking. Also, by the way, Twitter is such a terrible website. I should have never opened it, bro. I was on my Twitter account, boss, and like I've tweeted about this. Twitter is the most satanic, demonic website ever.
100%.
One picture. I don't know why it's on my page, but one picture is like a bunch of 18-year-olds crying and like complaining, leaking Discord DMs of doing they say e-sex, basically sexting over Discord and like trying to expose each other when it's like nothing deep, and it's super cringe, right? Talking about weirdos, right? Weirdos. And like one post below that, I scroll down. They posted a picture of the Trump shooter dead. Like we're like.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, but bro, you didn't see the picture. I'm not gonna. I don't want to describe it, but it was really bad.
Like he in 2 or something.
Yeah, no, but like, the sniper shot him in the head.
Oh shit.
And it was looking like really disgusting. Like, what the fuck is Twitter, bro?
So wait, this guy's background, he's just a firefighter.
No, the dead guy was the shooter. They showed a picture of the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The shooter's background.
No.
He was what? What was his background?
So the shooter, according to the official sources, I've seen some stuff about it. He was like an outcast, white kid, like kind of like a he fits the stereotype of the quiet kid at school,
Okay.
So,
and how old was he?
I have no idea, but he doesn't look a day after 25. He looks really young.
Okay, so he's in his 20s. Okay, so is there any like explanation for like motive, anything? Did they check his history, his like web history? Anything?
I haven't heard anything. All I saw is an interview from apparently like he looked like a peer from school, and he said that he was always bullied very hard. That's all I've seen about the kid. Maybe some more will come out after, but as of now, he's obviously dead. So you can.
Those
really,
guys usually like Trump, though. Or am I losing? Am I missing
that's a good point. Yeah, like it's not like, I mean, I don't know, man. I have no idea. Like Pennsylvania is the South, right? I think it's in the South in the U.S. and gun culture is pretty big there. They use a lot of guns, and you would think he would support Trump, but then
I
again,
mean,
maybe.
everyone's different, right?
But
But
then again,
talk to me about the conspiracies, Naayil. So what's
yeah,
the
bro,
conspiracies going
people
on?
is crazy. People is like completely like Twitter is completely in half, where one half is saying this is staged, this is fake. Trump gets up after getting shot and then he does that, pose and stuff and say this looks super fake. But then again,
You don't. But then someone died, right?
yeah, 2 people died. They killed the shooter.
So
and
the bullets were real then.
I guess, or I mean, yeah.
So, like the faking shooting really close to Trump enough to cut his ear off
Yeah.
as like a ruse. Is that what they're doing? Nah, that's too much. That's too much.
I don't think it's fake. See, here's the thing. I don't believe the whole thing was fake. I don't believe it. It has to be real. However, there could be a chance it would be like a CIA angle, right? With the JFK stuff. But then again,
No, wait. Let's stay on fake for now, quickly, and then we'll move to CIA. But there's an election coming up, right, Naayil? Quickly, before we go to CIA.
in about 2 months or something.
So that's soon, right?
Yeah.
This would make sense to stage.
It would make sense, absolutely, yeah. But
The
I
problem
think
is it's just too unrealistic.
there is too many consequences from it being staged. Like
Because 2 people died. The shooter
people-
and then some guy in the crowd, right?
2 people
Yeah,
died.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It makes sense. It would make sense for it to be staged because there is an election coming up. But it doesn't add up, bro.
If it is staged, listen, man, there's always the possibility. If it is staged, then it's extremely ruthless. And
Nah, they can stage things that are even more ruthless, but that's not my point. They're putting Donald Trump in jeopardy because the bullets are real. Do you see what I'm saying? And I don't think they'd risk shooting that close by to.
yeah, you'd think they'd shoot in his like a leg or something, like something, not that risky.
Nah, just shoot near him, but like close enough where you're like, see, there was an assassination attempt, but not close enough to get his ear off, bro.
Oh, you mean like just make the gun noises and like
The
him
gun
ducking.
goes off, bullet lands 1 meter away from him, done. That would make sense
Yeah,
if it was
right.
staged.
Okay.
Not by his ear, bro. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That's too close, bro.
Yeah. And the thing is, there's also like the general conception in the internet that because he turned his like head extra to the right, and they showed like graphics, like if he kept his head like somewhat straight, it would have went through the back of his head, instead of his ear. So
Wait, did the guy shoot from behind him or
No,
from in front of him?
no, he shot from the right. So if you look forward to so you're looking at the screen right now, right?
Oh,
yeah.
shit. And it
Yeah.
went by like this.
Yeah. So imagine your head was straight, it would have like hit you on the neck, like through the neck, or, like through the back of the head.
If I was like this.
Yeah.
But it went. Damn.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. So imagine that would be staged. If that was staged, then that deserves an Oscar.
You
like,
cannot
honestly.
stage that, bro.
Yeah,
Unless
it
the
was-
bullet's fake, you can't stage
Yeah, if
that.
it's like a BB gun bullet, right? But
Yeah,
I saw a
some
picture.
nonsense like that.
I saw a picture of Trump's ear, and it at the first time I saw it, I was like, that doesn't look like a bullet graze wound. But then I saw another angle of it, and it does look like the top of his earlobe, like the top of his ear thing. It does look like it's off. It does look like, because it's so red. But it did look like the top of his ear, like parts are missing. So I think it could be a bullet graze wound. Maybe it's not a high caliber gun, but it does, yeah.
Yeah, bro, because a high caliber gun wouldn't just cause a bit of blood splat. That would take the ear off.
Yeah, I would take the
And
entire
maybe
thing
some
off,
of the
yeah.
cheek.
Yeah.
But
it
I'm
was-
looking at his ear.
If you look at the top of it, where it's really dark, it does look like there's some meat there, Because I
But
googled.
it's not high caliber, bro.
No.
Maybe
But
if it grazes it.
if you look at like graze wounds, like bullet graze wounds, it looks very gnarly. But then again, if it only like scraped it a little bit, it does look like it did graze it.
I can't even see any like flesh missing, bro. I'm just seeing blood.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm looking at the wrong images. The good thing we're professionals, isn't it? So we can actually talk about this.
The thing is, by the way, next thing is, you wanna like kind of like tandem slowly into the conspiracy side of it.
Let's go. Give me the CIA.
People, I've seen not even that. I've seen videos and like I've seen so many videos of like people screaming that they saw the shooter. There are so many videos of people videotaping the shooter and screaming, "He's got a gun! He's got a gun! He's got a gun!" And no one is doing anything.
When you say no one, you mean like the police there? And
The police or the Secret
security.
Service. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they have Secret Service there. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I've heard something about that. Something about the Secret Service were alerted and police were alerted.
And
like
no
there was
one
multiple
cared.
people telling the police, and no one seemed to care,
Yeah.
which is weird.
Only after shots were fired, the Secret Service moved on. Because the funny thing is, right behind Trump, you could see counter snipers, right? And there's so much. This is the beauty about 2024. Like everything is documented. You can see a video of the counter sniper where how he looks in the direction of the sniper, and then you kind of see him from the body language that he looks through his scope. Then he like kind of quickly looks out of the scope, like with his own eyes. Then he gets shooken up. His gun shakes and like, he's panicking. And then he like goes into like an aim position where he's gonna shoot. So like you can kind of see
that guy that you're talking about, the counter sniper, was that the same guy that killed the shooter?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
So
And when you say that, as in like, you mean it looks like in the footage that he saw the sniper.
yeah,
the
but
shooter.
and like in a panicky way. And then after the sniper shot, after the assassinator shot, it seemed like the Secret Service. So I don't know, man. They could fake all of that. They could fake all of it. However, I think that is just extreme incompetence by the Secret Service and the police, and nobody wanted to do anything. I think it's
But
just
if you're
incompetence.
saying if you're saying they were alerted from multiple people,
Yeah,
you still think it's an incompetence thing?
yeah, I think
Because
so.
bro, Naayil, if I say, "Yo, Naayil, I got a bomb in my bag," as a joke, yeah, even as a dumb joke, I'm getting escorted out. I'm getting 12 people around me. I'm getting maybe I'm getting paralyzed.
Yeah, if you say that at a presidential like rally, I think there should be extreme consequences for something like that.
And if I'm looking really fishy and I'm scruffing around and someone alerts the police and says, "This guy's looking really fishy. He's not, because they said he's got a gun, right? The shooter."
Yeah, yeah. There
I'm
are
seeing why he's
videos.
sticking
There
out his
are
bag.
videos of the
I'm
guy
seeing-
on the roof.
I saw a gun in his bag. There's gonna be police officers approaching me, bro, talking to me at least just to see what's happening.
Yeah,
what
no,
are you
but
doing
nothing.
here? Oh, how long have you been here? Da-da-da. I'm at least gonna get spoken to. So if you're saying that there were multiple people alerting them and they're not reacting to it, that's a bit fishy. I don't think it's incompetence at that point. Now I'm starting to lean into something's not adding up.
Yeah, but that wouldn't explain the body language of that sniper, man. Like,
What do you mean?
I mean, you probably didn't see the video, and I probably couldn't find it now. But like, that's how a human reacts when he sees something crazy and he like starts panicking a bit. Like that's what that sniper did.
Okay, but
he looks
if
through his. Bro, imagine, bro, looking. He's on the roof, looking through the scope. Then he does like that double check where he looks through the scope, looks like with his own eyes at that place, looks through the scope again, and then he's like he looks through the scope, looks out of it, starts panicking. Like his gun is like kind of mispositioned now because he's like kind of shaking the gun, and then he aggressively looks through the scope again.
So you're saying it can't have been fake because that reaction was too legitimate.
I mean, bro, it's the
Here's the thing.
They could have faked that as well. They could have faked that as well.
No, not fake that. Forget that. That was real. That reaction was probably real.
It looked really
that
real.
That guy,
yeah.
Naayil, is not a higher up. You're talking about the regular brother who, okay, cool, he might work in the Secret Service, but he's one of the lower guys.
But he is
all
an
the secret
elite.
information.
But he is the highest level sniper they got, probably.
No.
Yes,
Like,
yes, bro. The Secret
everyone
Service.
that's working in the Secret Service is a high level, like, at what they do. Whether
Yeah.
it's high level sniper, whether it's high level something else, they're all high level.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So, sure. But it's that guy's not getting fed all the information. He's just a sniper. He probably has years in the military, years in maybe the Navy SEALs. I don't know, bro. But he's just a sniper, bro. They're not feeding him the secret behind closed doors information. If we're going along with the conspiracy that it's true, right? So this still go like your point that okay, but his reaction was so real it couldn't have been fake. I get it. Sorry, it couldn't have been a conspiracy. That guy may just not be clued in. So when he's got the sniper, he has to ask the higher ups anyway. Okay, I don't know the terms for it, but he has to say, "Am I allowed to shoot?"
Clearance. Yeah, he needs clearance. Yeah,
he needs clearance. He needs the what's the word? Yeah, clearance. Yeah. He needs that in order to shoot. He can't just shoot.
The order to fire.
Might be asking, and I don't know if you can see in the footage. Maybe he was talking. Was he Naayil or no?
I couldn't hear anything. It was like just body language.
But
he might have been talking.
His mouth move or no?
No, he was looking away.
Okay, shucks. Well, maybe he's asking. Do you know what I mean? This still fits with the idea that it's a secret service trying to get rid of Trump. It still fits in with that conspiracy.
It could definitely be. It could. But then again, because like the conspiracy part of it, because I'm one of those guys, I don't believe. I really believe that the JFK thing was an inside job. I really believe that. But
really? Okay.
I don't like the Lee Harvey Oswald thing. I do think he was hired by people. But like, then again, if you say the same angle to this Trump thing, if they wanted him dead, I think they would have done it. Don't you think so?
Yeah, don't you need to understand that there are, because we're human, bro. There's always points of like inaccuracy. There's always points of we show our humanity and our mistakes. And everyone's human. As advanced and as highly sophisticated as like maybe the Secret Services, there's still some margin of error, bro. Whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So maybe in 100 things, they get 99 of the things right. And then there's that one time they fuck up. And this could be the one time they messed up. Could be. And let's be honest, it was close, bro.
It was really
very close.
Yeah, it was very close.
It was a 1 inch off target.
Yeah. And he was moving his head, so I guess...
And he's moving like... It's not so easy, bro. And you don't want to risk it by shooting him in the chest because you might miss his artery, or you might miss his heart, and you might hit an artery. And
like Nixon, right? Was it Nixon? That he got. There's another one that got shot. It might have been. I don't know if it was Nixon, but there was another president. No, Reagan. It was Ronald Reagan. I don't know. Basically, there's been another president that got shot in the chest and that he survived it. So, yeah. Crazy stuff, man. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, by the way, this is not even
it
like...
was Ronald Reagan, yeah.
Yeah, it was Reagan, okay. There is, like, by the way, this is not, like, politically influenced, like what I'm about to say, but Trump won. He won. It's finished. He's the new president. Like, there is no... Isa, it's over. It's finished.
Why?
That whole thing, that moment, bro, first of all, Trump is already pretty popular because no one likes Biden. And
no one likes Biden, it's true.
And he survived that. He did all of that. He's gonna sell merchandise with that pose on it. He's won.
I don't think he needs to, bro. I don't think he's gonna do that.
Bro, Elon
People
Musk
are gonna sell merchandise with that pose. Yeah.
No, he sold it. He sold his own mugshot.
Really?
Yeah, he sold the T-shirt with his mugshot on when he got.
He's a businessman, bro. I forgot.
Yeah. No. He's won. He's won the election. It's finished. Like there is no fucking.
You think the public opinion's swaying to liking Trump?
Isa, I'm telling you, if Trump doesn't win, the U.S. elections is rigged and the country's gonna burn down.
Bro, even I like Trump. I find him hilarious, bro. I'm not even from the US, but he makes me laugh, bro.
I genuinely do not care.
Biden's just weird. Like, he's just weird, bro.
I don't even think
it's not even like he's a mumbling old man. Cool, he's a mumbling old man, but he gives me weird vibes. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he's like smelling hair, right?
He's smelling hair and how he interacts with certain people and certain, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to get into it. But Trump seems a little more normal to me. And like Trump will show up on like podcasts and like he'll show up to like UFC events and like I like that, bro. And he talks to the fighters and stuff. I like that.
I would compare. I would say like Biden. I would put him into that like high elite weirdo, you know, like possibly Illuminati part of Hollywood. I would put him there.
When you say Illuminati, Naayil, what do you mean by that? Like what
like the Jeffrey Epstein friend group and like those people.
Yeah.
I would put Biden. I would put Biden in that corner, and I would put Trump into the. However, Trump also was friends with Epstein, so I don't know, man. He could also be part of that. But the way Trump carries himself, I would say he's the average sexist old man that doesn't really give a shit about people. Maybe racist a bit. You know, I would put him
And
there.
that's better than a Satanist, isn't it, mate? That's better than a flipping a
Bro, that's crazy. That's
going to the islands, isn't it?
It's crazy that's the Western world's choice. You either got a senile, dementia old man that probably doesn't even run his old country. He's probably controlled by other people behind him. I wouldn't be surprised if
He can't run the country. He ain't doing
it's
shit.
probably
bro.
people in the shadows controlling him.
He's too old and mumbly, bro.
Right.
What,
And then
what can he even do?
And then the second choice is a billionaire playboy that says grab him by the pussy and he's on WWE beating people up. You know, like that's the second choice we got. Like it's a really bad choice.
You know, but in the world we live in today, you need to understand it's not like as traditional as presidency is, it's not like it used to be.
Nah,
you know what I mean? We're living in a social media kind of era. So him showing up to podcasts, him going on to the WWE, like this is normal in today's society.
Yeah.
This is what someone who's popular, you know, famous, and integrates in society does. You know?
I mean, he did that WWE thing before.
But the president, why is the president doing this? Yeah, but it shows that he's a bit normal, no?
Yeah, it does.
Rather than like just, you only see him show up to the podium. He makes a weird, you know, incoherent speech. And then he goes somewhere else and you hear about these things behind closed doors and you don't really see much of him. I'd rather just have the guy be social in terms of like he shows up on social media. He does stuff. So at least I can believe in his humanity. At least I believe like this is a person. There's not so many conspiracies around him. He's just this is him. I like that.
What I think, there is only one argument that I think stands strong for Trump. And that could also be wrong. But the only thing that I like about Trump is the fact that he's a billionaire. And even though he is a billionaire, and you know, Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates are questionable billionaires, but at least since he's a billionaire, if he's a politician, if he's the president, the chances of him being corrupted by companies and represent, because by the way, in my opinion, entirety of Europe, I think every European country's politicians, I think they just represent the international interests of big companies and like big
that's most politicians.
I would say that's the entirety of Europe. And I think the good thing about Trump is that a company like Google or, you know, those collective like BlackRock, like those type of people, I think it still might be possible, but I'm just saying the chance of him being corrupted by those guys for money and representing their interests in exchange for money, the chance of that happening is lower with Trump than with Biden, Obama, blah, 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 right?
Do you know what I've noticed as well, though, Naayil? So that's true. But what I've noticed as well, there's been, even in like 2016, when Trump was, like this was years ago, right? 8 years ago now. When Trump was like in the talks of it. And there's so much coming out of like, this is what he done in his youth. Yeah, this is how he made his money. It was a small loan of $1 million. And this is, he said, grab him by the pussy.
They did a smear campaign on him completely.
They, like the media, just general media, went against him so hard. And I wasn't seeing that type of like vigor from them. I need to upgrade my vigor on Elden Ring actually. No, but I wasn't seeing that kind of vigor from them when it came to like Hillary Clinton or now with Joe Biden. So that was making me question like, so they're trying this hard to like, let's say cancel this guy or to make sure no one votes for him. And the best they came up with was grab him by the pussy.
Do you know the story of Biden's son, Hunter Biden?
No, what's it again?
Hunter Biden is the son of Joe Biden, and Hunter Biden, first of all, he's a crackhead.
What does that mean? As in, like, he just takes drugs.
He takes all drugs, including crack. Crack. You know, crack, and the difference between crack and regular cocaine is like crack is the nasty hood stuff with like bullshit. He takes that.
Cocaine's the posh version.
Yeah, and he's rich and he doesn't even take cocaine. He literally smokes crack. Okay, he smokes crack. He has sex with a bunch of hookers. His brother died, and he slept with his dead brother's widow. And then he wrote a book about why he fucked his dead brother's wife. And sold the book. While being a crackhead. And there is a big scandal about his laptop. All the information was on his laptop. and his laptop got quote unquote lost or something like that.
Oh,
Um,
coincidentally.
And no one in the media really cares about it. And they did an interview with him and they talked to him like he was baby. So why did you sleep with your brother's wife? That's not okay, you know. And
What did he say?
Yeah, he said that he thought that would bring his brother back.
Oh, what the flip does that mean?
When in reality,
I'll be honest with you. If their father's Joe Biden and that guy's a bit weird, I think the children are always going to end up a bit, at least slightly weird.
I'm just telling you. I'm not even judging about it. I'm just telling you that.
Yeah.
I think if you ask people on the street what bad stuff did Joe Biden do, or what bad stuff is he involved in, and what bad stuff is Trump involved in, I think people could give you a long list for Trump, and I think people would know nothing about like Biden's area around him. Like they wouldn't know the stuff about his son.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying now. So why is there so much digging into Trump and there's no digging into Biden?
Because I think
and you're gonna say, people are gonna say, nah, there is what about this one time? And it's like, bro, the only time there's that one time, it's not from mainstream media. It's social media that's doing it.
And like
it's
maybe
some
Fox.
guy in his room
Fox,
somewhere.
Fox does it, Issa. Fox is kind of right wing.
Do they? Okay, perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but from what I've seen, I'm basing it off what I see, right? So I know it's anecdotal, but the truth is, like, what I'm seeing is reality. Like, this is the media. This is the media coverage is what I'm seeing, okay? And if all I'm seeing in the media coverage, and I'm more online than elderly people are as well. Yeah. If all I'm seeing is, well, Trump done this, and this is why he's an awesome, and he said, grab him by the pussy. And I'm not seeing anything on Joe Biden. Like, where's the same kind of digging into Joe Biden? Because I want to know about that guy. Mm-hmm. That guy's creeping me out. There's a reason. I want to know. Where's the digging into his life and what he said behind closed doors like they've done with Trump? That's all I'm saying.
I think the Democrats just own more of the media. And by the way, and this applies because in the US there is some outlets that are like very big in favor of the conservatists, and like there is some channels that are really right wing, and like, you know,
maybe
in the US there's a lot of like right wing like media. There's that thing. However, if you look at Europe is entirely anti-Trump in the media. There is no one in Europe in the mainstream media that is like kind of like 50-50 on both. Because I think that here's the thing. I think Hollywood and those guys, they all own the media. And I think those Hollywood guys are all Democrats and all support of the left, and they want to push the left. I think that's just what it is. I think that's what it is.
Bro, because even in London, yeah, if I go around and let's say for some reason someone wants to discuss American politics, yeah, everyone always hates Trump.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, like, when I talk to them, I'm like, why though? Oh, it's always that one, grab him by the pussy. It's always that one line. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, all right, but like, other than that, like, come on, man. I know it's a bad look. I'm aware.
By the way, they don't even know the context around why he said that. Yeah. Do you know why he said grab him by the pussy? Do you know why he said that?
Why?
Because he was talking about like basically, I mean, maybe I'm wrong and you guys can correct me. But from what it was on a phone call, and he was talking about like being a billionaire-ish, and he said like these girls like you know, because he's so rich and whatever and so famous, like he said like basically saying like these women that are after him, like you could grab them by the pussy and it would be fine.
Oh,
that's basically how he was talking about it, right?
That makes sense though.
That's how he said it. That's how I understood it.
So yeah, they don't include the context. This is what I'm saying. They're constantly trying to paint him in a bad light. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the second thing they bring up is, oh well, he's a racist.
He probably is, honestly. He might be.
What did he do that's considered racist? So, you know, and then there's another one. He hates Muslims. I'm like, what? How? Like, how do they say this? And then I'm seeing him at UFC. He wants to meet Khabib. Khabib goes up to him. They shake hands. They have a little discussion and talk. And then on a podcast later on, he's talking about... This is the only thing I know about him because I keep up with the UFC, yeah? He's talking about, I love Khabib. He's one of the greatest of all time. Yeah, I love Khabib. I love his mentality. I love... And he's talking about him. Bro, this is not the act of a racist.
But do you know why they call him a racist? It's because, like, the right and, like, the conservatives in America, they're very heavy on laws. And the left is like super liberal. So people call Trump a racist, because he wants illegal immigration to stop, right? They don't he wants to deport people who are in, and that's a lot of people in the US that are in the US illegally with no papers. He wants to take those guys and he wants to like deport them back to Mexico or whatever they come from, Central America,
that's fine.
whatever.
I mean,
but here's the
I'm
thing.
not in-
Here's the thing. Here's what the left says. The left says, well, even though these guys are here, quote unquote, illegally. By the way, a lot of the left, they don't believe that there's such a thing as, we're all humans, man. That's basically what they do. And there is a lot of illegal immigrants that really work hard in the US and they really contribute to the society. Yeah. But they have no papers. On the same hand, there is also illegal immigrants that do drugs and crime. So, I don't know. Like the right, they don't want to make any compromises. I think the right, they want to deport the drug dealers and the hardworking illegals, right? They want to get rid of both. And the left doesn't want to get rid of anyone. They want to keep them all here because we're all human and they're so poor in their home country. So there is like no real compromise. Like I would be against, like if my mom came here illegally for whatever reason. My parents came here, by the way, to Austria legally. They came here legally. They got their papers. My parents are Austrian citizens, and I was born Austrian citizen. Okay, cool. But if my parents came here illegally, and my parents went to school, and they built their business, and they built, or not business, or whatever they do, they make money, they pay taxes, but they have no papers. I would not want them to be deported. And I think morally you shouldn't deport them as well. But
because they're doing everything right.
Because they're doing nothing wrong. They have
paying taxes, doing everything right. They're helping the community.
They're not criminals. They have no bad record. None of that. I would be like, okay, well, if the government came to them and say, where are your papers? You're illegal here. I would say maybe they should figure out a compromise to stay here and maybe give them somehow help. Even if they came illegally, I would support that liberal angle. But the right also would get, like, if they would also get rid of my parents. Well, it doesn't matter if they should have came here legally. That's what
I get it though. I get it, but it would be ideal to have it case by case.
You can't have it case by case though.
That's the problem. You can't. Yeah. I get it. I get it from both sides. I get it.
It's kind of a very hard, and that's why people call him a racist, because he would like get rid of like all of it, right?
But that's not what entails being a racist though.
Yeah, I don't think
that's why I said earlier. That's fine. Like, it's not.
I don't think.
That's just a difference of opinion.
I don't think Trump is a racist in the terms of if he sees a black guy, he gets angry. I don't think that's how it is.
I don't. Yeah. I don't.
I don't think so. Like
that's a racist. Bro.
That would be a racist.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's gonna treat someone completely differently based off the appearance or the religion. That's a bigot or a racist. That, to me, true. That's racist. But from what I'm seeing from Trump and his interactions and what he says, like, it doesn't ring racism to me. It's the opposite even. So I don't know, bro. I'm sitting here defending Trump. I genuinely don't care. I'm in the UK. I don't care if he wins or not. But all I'm saying is that Biden fella is giving me the creeps. That's the thing. And I don't know anything about him. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Trump, we've learned everything about him. I know his history now. The Biden guy, no idea. Nothing. Don't know anything about him because they do such a good job of hiding everything. All his flaws, don't know if they exist. Maybe he doesn't have any flaws. All we know is the old man who comes out who's benevolent, lovely gentleman. He wants the best for everyone. Like, that's all that's being portrayed, and that I don't like.
Have you seen him
I want to see some character. I want to believe in the guy.
Have you seen him read out teleprompter and like failing?
Yeah, and he just can't.
Yeah, like he's mumbling. And the funniest thing is there has been a clip where he's reading the teleprompter, and then after a sentence he said pause. Because on the teleprompter it said like
pause.
that he should take a pause, and he read out that word.
That's so ridiculous, man.
Bless him, man. He's like a grandpa,
That's something I would do, actually.
Yeah. But here's the thing. You said you don't care about it because you're in London. I would say the complete opposite. I do care about the US election. I do, because I think that's the only thing that matters. Because I'm one of those guys, like, I believe, like, the Western Europe, like, is completely controlled by America. Like, I don't believe that our politics matter. I don't believe it matters who gets voted in the UK.
Why?
I don't think it, because I think it's, at the end of the day, we get fed everything from the US anyways.
The US has a major influence. It's no
Bro,
joke.
the US owns, the US owns, like, bro, I don't know, man. This might be a huge conspiracy, but I really believe that, like the US just controls like almost everything except for like the eastern area where it gets closer to Russia. I think that gets kind of wishy-washy, and
like
I think
Bosnia,
and like
Romania,
the
and
the
Bulgaria.
the Balkan area, they are corrupt, but surface level corrupt. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
not
I
so.
know what you mean. You can see the corruption.
Yeah, you can see it. You know, like this guy's obviously corrupt. You know, this guy's obviously paid, and you could actually pinpoint who it is. But like when you go to like France, Spain, Austria, Germany, it's kind of more okay. Well, you know, well if you
You
follow
have to start digging to see the corruption.
if you follow
I see what you mean.
political development in America, it's pretty parallel to the political development in Europe and like in these Western European countries. Like you can kind of see like a parallel between how the countries like the way the laws happen. Coincidentally, when in the US, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying if you see a lot of LGBTQ stuff pushed in the US, it's also happening in the Western European
That's true,
countries.
that's
It's not
true,
happening
that's true,
it's not happening in fucking I don't know in
They have
Albania,
an
but it's happening in like
influence
Germany and stuff. And I'm not saying it's bad or
You
good.
see it happen all over the world. You see it because
No, you don't.
it
You
just
only
happens
see it like
at
in the West.
varied degrees. It'll happen at varied degrees because they control what children are growing up and watching. They're controlling what even adults are watching. Hollywood, bro. In Lebanon, people are watching Hollywood films or Hollywood series or
But politically,
Netflix or
but politically,
whatever
like,
it is. So, and politically, yeah, sure. Yeah,
like
sure.
because in Austria they start talking about like, bro, I know Austria. They never use these English words for it. And now they start using like they start talking about. It's completely American. They say stuff like queer, and they say stuff like LGBTQ. When
what's the German word for it?
I mean, they just say it like trans or they used to call it like something like Zwitter, or there is words for it in the German thing, but they don't use, because if it was actually genuinely coming from the Austrian government trying to have awareness to trans people, they would do it in German and then their own packaging and then their own wording, but they don't. They use the exact same wording that the US uses. You know what I mean?
That is a really good point.
If the Austrian government actually cared about it, they would have done it their own way. But instead, they literally copy paste words, and like they use
here's why
English words,
Naayil.
you know. And the thing is, bro, Austria is full of old people. It's full of old people. If you ask an old guy like a 50-year-old or 45-year-old, they don't know what the fuck that is, because Austria is
Here's
kind
the
of
thing,
remote.
though. It could also be because there's not a descriptive term in German. That's why
There is. They could totally.
there
use
is.
that.
Okay, if there is, then I mean I don't know. I'll take your word for it. If there is, then I agree. The influence is that major to the point where they're not even using the German words; they're using the English ones. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
It's super weird for me. Like, there's nothing wrong with like creating maybe special laws or special human whatever things for like people who are
Human
like
rights.
transsexual or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but why does it look exactly like it does in the US? That's all I'm questioning. And the same thing in Germany, by the way, because I speak German. They do the same shit in Germany. Germany is even more extreme than Austria. They do it even crazier there than they do it here. They push it way more in the media and stuff. And you see it also more like in Austria you don't see a lot of rainbow flags and stuff, but in Germany you see it everywhere. And that's political. I'm not saying there shouldn't be any flags. I'm just saying it's not your neighbor putting
You're
it up.
just discussing it. You're having a discussion on it before people start showing up to your stream and start saying, "You disgusting fucking transphobe." You know?
No.
Yeah,
If my neighbor put it up, the flag is fine. But a rainbow sidewalk and this is all political. They put the companies put those flags up, you know. And where did they do it first? In the US. You know, so now they do it here as well. I think it's just influenced by the US. I think it's just the US government having that much influence. And it's not even the government. I think it's the media. I think they own the media and they just push it in the media. And then, well, the politicians are like, okay, well, that's hippie. That's trendy. People like that. Let's push it. And then they do the same thing that the US does. I'm not even saying, bro, I listen, I support gay people. I believe trans people. I believe trans people exist. I have a family member who he's a guy, and he has been like a girl since a child. Like, and my family is Armenian. We are not like, you know,
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Say
my
this
family.
again. What'd you say? You've got a family member who's a guy.
I have a family member who is a guy, and he's been feminine his entire life. He's been playing with dolls like a girl since a kid. He wasn't interested ever in like manly stuff. And you cannot say it's his parents' fault because my family is Armenian Orthodox, hardcore Christians. And he was still like this. Like, I really believe like transsexuals are a thing. I really believe that. And like, you can't, I think some dudes are just born very feminine. I think that is the thing. And I think some girls are born very masculine. I totally believe that. And I support that. But this might be controversial. I don't think that like people that say I'm not a girl or a man, I think that's just, what do you mean? That's when I get confused. That's when I get confused. You're a guy, you feel like a woman, all right, you probably have the brain of a woman. I agree. If you're a girl and you feel like a man, I believe there are women with a male.
But what did someone say, Naayil? What did someone say? But then that's just a feminine man, or that's just a masculine woman.
Yeah, that would be a trans man or a trans woman. Yes, I agree. Like, yeah, it's a man in the body of a woman. It's the brain of a man, the thinking of a man. He thinks exactly. She or he thinks like a man, behaves like a man, interested in the things that men are interested in, but it's in a female body. I really believe that's a thing. I really do. I would not say that those people are, people say it's mentally ill or whatever, but I really believe those people exist because I've seen it in my own environment. You know what I mean? And you could not say, well, they can they're raised to be like that. I don't think so. I think there's been people like that always. But then again, people say, with the pronouns thing, I think it's a form of respect if someone that feels like a woman or is thinks or says that they're, obviously I'm not in their body, but if someone says that they're transsexual and it's a girl biologically, but she's a man like mentally or whatever, if she wants me to say that, like, to use him and like I don't know. I get confused with the pronouns because in German. But if
him,
if a biological female wants me to use male words, I'll do that out of respect, because I don't think he would be bullshitting in that point, and I really believe that's like a good thing to do. What I don't understand.
But what if you like misclick? Like what if you don't know? Like what if she still looks like a woman to you and you call her a her?
Mm-hmm. I think then she or he shouldn't get offended and just in a respectful way say, hey, by the way.
Yeah.
And by the way, the thing
that's the reasonable thing to do.
And the thing is, if you ever met a transsexual person in real life, they don't even, at least from what I've seen, they don't really give that much of fucks about it. They don't care much about the words. They just want you to accept them.
You could call a guy who transitioned to being a girl, you could say sir. As like, when you're just talking.
Yeah.
And they don't care that much. Yeah. Generally speaking.
Yeah, they
for the most part.
Yeah, like usually those guys, they don't care much about the words. It's more about that you accept who they are and you don't make fun of it, or you don't, completely disregard.
As long as you're not taking the piss, basically.
Yeah, if you don't take the piss. Yeah, okay. Literally. But like, listen, man. Now get back to the point. So I totally believe in that, and I also believe like I don't think that being gay is a mental illness. So I don't think that I don't believe in any of that. However, I think people do push it a bit too far when they start saying they are neither man or woman, and then they call themselves they and them.
You're gonna get a neither man or woman in your chat tomorrow, Naayil, or whenever this video comes out, and he, she, him is gonna go ballistic on you, bro.
Bro, you couldn't even say he, she, him because they don't think it's
they, them is gonna go crazy on you, straight up.
My brother, but it's gotta be something. It gotta be something. It gotta be something.
No, but you don't understand.
I think those people just haven't figured it out yet. I think they might be transsexual. From their
perspective, they're just existing. Why label it? They're neither this nor that.
Well, but they, them is also a label. It's a label
that's why they don't even use they, them. They use something else.
No, they do. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. There's there's all types of shit.
That's the one.
There's all types of stuff. And that's I don't really understand because I can't put any like logical thought behind it. You know what I mean? There has to be some grounded, a little bit in reality. Transsexuals, gay people, bisexuals, 100% all the way. Yes, I get it. I'll respect it. If you're a biological girl and to me you look like a girl, but you want me to call you a him and whatever, he and him. If you want me to treat you like a man and talk to you like you're a man, I'll do that out of respect for how you want to live your life. I get it. And I don't think you do it because you're bored, and I don't think that's just what you want to do for fun to manipulate me. I don't think so. So I'll do that. But you know, you're neither. You're not a girl or a woman.
Okay, I just found out the word, bro. Non-binary.
Yeah, that's...
So, Naayil, I get it, bro. How about that?
You get it, the
get
non-binary?
I understand it. I understand it.
The non-binary thing, you get that?
Because, I'll tell you why, Naayil.
Okay, go ahead.
Because when it strays away from the biology and we're using different terms for it, yeah? Mm-hmm. You understand? So now it's become a sort of a feeling sort of thing, right? Mm-hmm. So I get that. Because now what you're basically are saying is, Naayil, you should be either liberal or conservative. You can't be neither.
No, Isa, but what you say,
Because
even if it's a
no,
feeling...
do you know why, Naayil? Because we've strayed away from the biological definition of it. You understand? But I can just say, Naayil, I'm not neither conservative or liberal. I'm just my own self. I don't want to label it. I don't want to be like... Because if I start saying I'm conservative, then I'm going to have to fit in with all that is conservative. So everything a mainstream conservative person should... Every view a mainstream conservative person should have, then I should have. So that's what happens when you were straying away from the biological definitions of it. Do you get it?
Yeah, okay, but even if we do stray away, let's say gender is not your sexual organs. Let's completely ignore the biology, and let's say based on how you feel. Every human has to be listen, you might be asexual. Maybe you're not attracted to anything.
No, not asexual. They don't feel either one or the other. Do you see what I'm saying?
But what are you...
I don't feel like a conservative or a liberal.
But so, bro, you gotta feel like a woman or like a man. That's human nature.
No, but they don't feel either. On Tuesday, maybe they feel a little bit feminine. When Friday comes around, feeling a bit masculine again. And then Saturday comes, just the next day, maybe a bit feminine. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, but then they're just bisexual, no? Aren't they just bisexual then?
I understand it from the concept of like the logic behind it when we stray away from biology. I swear I understand it. This one I understand.
But
this isn't asexual. This isn't asexual. Because on Tuesday, them wanna talk to this lady.
Yeah.
And they're feeling they're feeling a bit masculine that day. They hit the gymnasium or something.
Sure,
I don't know.
Sure.
And then Thursday,
they talk to a guy.
They're feeling like a bit submissive that morning.
Yeah, isn't that just bisexual?
I get it, bro.
Isn't that just bisexual though?
No, it's not. Because
how?
No, they are bisexual. But then they don't have a label to them. That's not a gender. Bisexual isn't a gender.
Yeah, but then if that is a girl or a woman, it's a bisexual man or a bisexual woman. And if it's a woman that's trans, then it's a trans.
No, you're not getting it now.
Get
you
what?
Don't understand it. If we don't use the biological definitions,
yeah,
yes. Now it goes to the feeling you have and the intuition you have. Yes. Naayil, I don't feel like a conservative or a liberal. You're telling me no, you have to be either conservative or liberal.
I don't think that's you can't compare it like that. I don't think
it is because we're not using the actual scientific definitions.
Well, but conservatism is not a science.
Exactly. And neither is... I'm going to sound like a flaming, but neither is this.
Biology is a science,
You're still thinking of the biological definitions.
But
I'm telling you, these gender pronouns and labels, they're not based off the biology.
They are, exactly, yes.
They are not.
They're not, yeah.
So... the conservative and liberal idea makes perfect sense. Because me personally, I'm non-binary in terms of liberal or conservative. I'm neither. I don't give a fuck. Do you understand?
Okay, cool.
So I understand that you can also be, then, if we're not using the biological definitions, be non-binary in terms of, well, I don't feel like either gender, or I'm not comfortable being labeled either gender. I get it, bro.
Okay, but let me use your exact same example, but from the other side. All right. So you know, liberals and conservatives is not science. It's a moral code, right? Or like a set of thoughts and a set of
it's
beliefs.
Also like your feelings, right? Because
feelings, yeah.
I will say I believe lines up with conservative.
But
beliefs,
how can
right?
conservatism or liberalism exist if there is no some sort of reality based on it. All right, let's say I'm a conservative. Okay, let's say I'm conservative, and the conservative idea, let's say, wants to fix the problem of illegal immigration by deporting illegal immigrants. But then you come here and say, well, but even though I was born in Mexico and I came here without a proper proper stuff like paperwork, I just don't think I'm illegal now, like, because but like in reality you are, by definition, like, that's what illegal immigration by fact is, and you are coming from that country, which is a fact, and that's the truth. And based on the belief of conservatism, this is in the bracket you go in. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can you have the whole thing of, like, how can you feel a gender, or how can you feel like you're neither man or a woman, but then you call yourself something new when the female and the male thing was initially based on the sexual organs? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's super messy. I know what I mean. But, like, do you understand, like, conservatism or liberalism wouldn't exist if there wasn't some baseline which it was based off of,
What's the baseline?
Basically, that the liberalism is
There is
more...
no baseline.
The
baseline's up for interpretation. Go on, what's the baseline?
Well, the beliefs that liberals have are grounded in some sort of reality, It's about supporting people of color, which is a scientific fact. It's about supporting gay people, which is a scientific fact. It's about helping fucking, I don't know, liberal ideas, but you know what I mean. Like, there is something, like, even though it's an idea, the idea is trying to push some...
There's generic stereotypes to each political wing. Yes.
Right. The right wing wants to build guns lobby up. They want to have more guns,
Okay.
That's a thing.
And they want less immigrants, and they want
it's a real thing you can actually look at. So when
the more traditional one, So
even though you might say you are not the conventional man, the classic man, the way the most people are, when the most males are, you still, which is totally fine. There are people that don't feel like a man, and they probably aren't a man in their head, biologically, by the way. Then you still have to be in the realm of what else is there on the world. You know what I mean? You might be asexual, you might be transsexual. But this is where I lose the red lining, is when you say you're neither. That's what I don't understand.
Because they don't want to be put as a label. In the same way, I might have some conservative views, and I do, and I also might have some liberal views, and I do, and that's why I'd rather not be labeled either conservative or liberal. In the same way, they have certain masculine traits, and they have certain feminine traits, and maybe they like to indulge in the feminine traits here and there, and they also like to indulge in the masculine traits. Maybe them likes to paint their nails and do things that are typically feminine, and then also go to the gymnasium and work out and lift heavy weight, because that's something and they enjoy it, and that's typically masculine. They'd rather be neither. Do you understand?
All right.
They'd rather not have a label for it. In the same way, I'm conservative in some views, and I'm also liberal in some views, so I'd rather be called neither, because if I then start saying I'm a liberal, you're going to start assuming things of me that I don't believe in, and if I say I'm conservative, you're also going to start assuming things of me that I also don't believe in. So I'd rather say neither. Do you understand?
Alright, cool. I just would say then, okay, well, then if that's the type of person that's, seeing on both sides, maybe a bit of that, I would just go with either the biological thing you are, or if you're transsexual, I would say, all right, well, if I'm a man now, and I am interested in all types of stuff, and I don't want to put a label in it, then I would still say, well, I'm bisexual on my sexual orientation and how I feel towards the
You're not getting it, Naayil.
My brother, but what is so bad?
You're saying attraction. The bisexuality it's not based off gender, it's based off attraction.
Boss,
by the way, let me just quickly say,
what is so bad about
watching,
acknowledging the fact that I have a penis or a vagina? What's so bad about that? There's nothing wrong with that.
Now you're bringing it back to biology, which is, I get that. But listen, I want to just make this clear. I don't care regardless. I'm not
me neither.
defending this.
Me neither.
I'm not defending this.
I just don't
'cause
understand
my best
it.
friends, they, them, or because I'm in the street chanting. And I don't care.
Nah, me neither.
Okay?
I'm just saying I
But
don't get it.
I like having the logical debate on this. And logically, it does make sense. I understand it if we stop using the base definitive idea of gender based off biology. If we stop using that and then we start using gender like they say as a spectrum, I understand it. You're not getting it because you keep bringing it back.
Sorry.
Just
okay,
say you're
okay,
bisexual.
okay,
They
okay.
might not be bisexual.
Okay, but then we need a new word for genitalia. What is that? And like the body compositions and stuff. What is that then?
Now you're bringing it back to biology. Cool.
Okay, no,
But
but
remember
okay,
earlier
no,
you said
all right,
but based
I
off
get it, I
your
get it.
words, Naayil, based off your words, you said you get that someone could be a woman in a man's body. So
Yeah.
a person who has a penis
Yes.
and balls could be a woman. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Now, okay, let's divulge in that idea, and I am. So logically, then, in the same way the non-binary think, they are neither. They're just existing, and they are who they are. They're neither man nor woman. They're not masculine or feminine. They're just who they are. And they might not even see certain things as feminine or masculine. They may just see them as things. I like to do this activity, or I've got this certain sort of like characteristic. It's not feminine or masculine. Because how do you define feminine or masculine? You know, that's what's happening when you don't use the baseline man and woman off of biology. You understand?
So, let's say, like if you were a kid and you like playing with trucks, that would have been considered, all right, that's more likely a masculine trait.
That's what you think.
That's what people say for decades.
Perhaps
right?
to a
That's what people say.
non-binary person, they might say, no, that's just a person enjoying toys. A
Right.
child enjoying toys.
Right.
That's my guess.
Right, okay. But I
think I hit the jackpot on this. I think I understand it, bro.
I do believe that there is some gender neutral things that people do. For example, I like wearing the color pink, right? There is nothing gay about it. There's nothing feminine about it. It's just that people, some guys say, "Oh, I wouldn't wear pink," because conventionally said since
That is a little feminine now.
Isa, shut the fuck up.
You need to man up, bro.
Because when you're a child, it's the girls that are most likely interested in the pink colors, and the guys don't really care about colors and stuff like that, or maybe other colors, right? That's the stereotype of it. Sure, I get it.
It is the stereotype. Or like flowery clothes or something. Yeah.
Right. I think a man can be straight but still wear flowers on his shirt. There is nothing wrong with that. But on an individual level, like, I like the color pink. I like stuff. I like wearing chains. Okay, men do that, but some guys would call that gay example. But let's
Depends
say,
what is it, like a necklace? Because if
no,
it's a
no,
necklace,
no. It's a chain. It's a real. It's like
okay, then it's different. Yeah,
it's
that's
a
fine,
chain.
that's fine.
But like, fucking, I use lotion on my face, right? Some guys would say
Bit
that.
feminine on that one, boss.
Yeah, exactly, right? But I'm still,
Yeah.
but I am still attracted to women. I think I am biologically a man, and I think in my head I'm a man, and I'm attracted to women. Although I am still somewhat interested in somewhat feminine stuff. And I think even if you are that type of person that is maybe interested in both, I'm interested here, I'm interested there, I'm interested here, I'm interested there, kind of mix of everything. I don't see their point of just not wanting to say that they have a penis or a vagina, and that's what that is, but they still mentally are into that other stuff. I don't really get that, why we gotta get rid of it completely. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, if the logic is we are not using genitalia or hormones to base someone's gender. That's the logic, yes?
Okay, but why are we doing that?
That's what's happening.
Okay, what's the benefit
If
of
you
that?
want to make the argument why are we doing that, you're just contradicting what you said earlier with you have got a cousin or something who's a guy.
No, but he's still within the biologics of it. He has a penis, he's a man, but like in his brain, he's wired like a female. He
So
would
that's
be
a trans person to you.
yes.
But that means you still think he's a man, though.
Biologically, yes. In his head, he's a girl.
Oh, okay. So, well then.
But I'm not
okay,
saying
cool.
I'm not saying he believes he's a girl. I think he really thinks like a girl. He's like a girl, but he's biologically a man. He would be a transsexual.
And you would call him trans?
Yes,
Huh.
that's a trans, isn't it? Born in the wrong body. That's a transsexual girl or woman or man. I don't know. He's either trans man or trans woman. I don't know exactly what. I have no idea what the definition is like, but you know what I mean.
I'll be honest with you, Naayil. I think we both don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Bro, listen, man. I support anyone. I'm just saying you gotta be on the planet, boss. You gotta be on the planet. You can't be floating to space. That's all I'm saying.
They are on the planet, but they don't want to put a label on what they are because, like I'm gonna explain it one last time, and I'm never saying this again. I might have certain views that are conservative. I might have certain views that are liberal, but I'm neither liberal or conservative.
But you
because
are
I
a
don't wanna
human
be
being,
put
right? You
as a
exist.
label, right? I don't want to be labeled and put into that stereotype or that box. In the same way, these people don't want to be labeled and put into the stereotype of a man or a woman.
I
So
don't
then
think it's a
the-
label. I don't think it's a label. That's it. I think it's just reality. And listen, man, I don't
So
care.
these non-binary people will probably tell you, okay, I was born as a man, but I'm neither man or woman. I'm a they/them. They'll probably tell you that.
I still don't get
You
that.
get it?
I still don't get it. I respect
Then
the
I
fact.
can't explain
I
it, bro.
respect the fact that you say you were born as a man and you feel like something else, but something else has to be like a woman. Do you know what I
but
mean?
what does a woman feel like? That's the thing.
No idea. I'm a dude. I have no idea what a woman feels like. But if you're a man and you feel like a woman, you'll know you'll feel like a woman, and then you'll realize after a lot of self-work and self-reflection, you'll realize, oh wow, okay, I was born in the wrong body. I was supposed to be a woman. That's what that. But you're neither, bro. What is
Do you
that?
know what? Do you know,
You know what I mean?
If we use the base biological terms, this doesn't happen, right? But what I'm saying is because we're not allowed to use the base terms. So they can't say, well, I was born as a man, but I don't feel like either gender. Because now there's an idea of the gender. Rather than the base biology, like, idea of it. Which is the scientific.
But isn't there
idea of
also
it.
a base way of like your
But then
like,
there's no base gender. That's
Is-
the thing now.
But isn't there like some of like, you know, I don't think gender is a spectrum. I think masculinity and femininity is a spectrum. I think you are a man. I think you can be a man that is just maybe, you know, there's really manly guys.
Yes.
And like for me, like, yeah, Kappa. Listen, man.
You got me.
Listen, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say.
I didn't know you were
wouldn't
going to use it as
Boss,
an example like that.
Boss,
but okay.
I would not say that I am the most masculine man. If masculinity was on the very left and if femininity was on the very right, I would probably be on the third quarter part on the masculinity because my voice isn't that deep. I'm not a behemoth of a fucking, you know, I'm not that crazy of a dude.
Nah, you're quite an imposing figure.
I think I have more than average empathy for women and more understanding for women than the average masculine man. I think I have a lot of like femininity to me. I think
What does that mean? A masculine man can still have empathy for women, especially for women. A masculine man doesn't have empathy for men.
But like, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like I like,
get you, I get
I'm
you,
pretty
okay.
good at like seeing stuff from a woman's angle. You know what I mean? Like I can understand why something would be like good for a woman, but a man wouldn't see it. But I could still like I could disagree with a woman, but I could see why she would, you know, see that point. I get it. Like basically, I'm in tap with more of a feminine mindset.
You're
and
more in tap with your emotional intelligence.
right. And I would say the more masculine you get kind of stupid. No, I would say so.
No.
The higher
Being
testosterone you have
masculine-
is pretty bad, isn't it? For
No, it's not. What the hell?
Isn't
bro?
if you take steroids, isn't your IQ going down?
No.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Here's the thing. Steroids are different because it's an unnatural way of boosting testosterone.
Yeah, but basically that's, you know, that's how it goes in that
No, but
direction.
if you boost testosterone naturally, it's only benefits, bro. There are no negatives. Like,
Can you
low-key, there's
boost
no
it naturally?
Yeah, so if you start eating right, if you start working out more, if you start like things like in being in competition also boosts testosterone.
Sure,
So, like,
but
it's
to a meaningful
just
level.
benefits.
To a meaningful level.
Yeah. If you set out your schedule, so you get good sleep, you have a really good diet, and you stick to it. You have really good like workout.
What's gonna
regime.
change of you as a person? What's gonna change?
You first of all physically. So do you want to discuss physical or mental?
Yeah, you'll put on muscle. We all know that. But what's gonna
Muscle,
change?
joint pain goes away. You can sleep better. Your bowels are better. Like legit, everything physically is better as a man. Everything.
But but mentally, not really, right?
Mentally, no, mentally too. You're sharper. You've got like better reaction time almost, right? Seriously, it's a thing.
All right, okay.
It's that you're sharper and you're more resilient. You've got more mental fortitude. Now, this is the problem with the mental aspects is it varies person to person. That's the problem. But I'm saying from my, like, I can tell and I've seen it. Someone becomes a lot more, number one, confidence goes up just because. But also, like, you're sharper. You're more alert.
All right, cool.
You can focus better.
All right. Let me get back to my original.
But yeah,
point.
go on.
Let me go back. We're waffling. Listen, man. Like
We're waffling because I'm not an expert in this, and you're not an expert. And we're just talking out nonsense. But
here's the thing. Like, I think guys can be more feminine or more masculine, and I think there is women that are either very like super feminine, super submissive, super all of this, but then there is more dominant women and more more masculine, more grounded.
You know what I say about those women,
I mean?
Naayil? When I see them, I'm like, yo, that woman looks like she could beat me up.
Right.
And that's yeah.
And those are still like heterosexual straight women, right? That are still like that. So I would say that I don't think gender is a spectrum. I would say the general basis of masculinity and femininity is a spectrum. And I think that's just based on how your body produces certain stuff. And that's how you were born, right? Your body was, you're let's say, born a biological
you can change
male.
it, though.
Huh?
You can change it, though.
Right.
No, you're right. There's
If you're a
certain
biological
people
man whose body isn't really working as the usual like classic man does, and your brain isn't really wired like the classic man because just the way
like
your
you're
body
not producing a lot of testosterone.
right
Yeah, okay.
and like mentally you're interested in how like you just feel like a woman and you wanna be a woman, then I think with like stuff like hormone therapy. By the way, when you're older, I would not do that to children, but like when you're older and you're more after puberty and you actually know who you are and you realize you want to be a woman and your body already isn't so on the masculine side, and then with hormone therapy you can go through with whatever you want to do. Like that's possible. And the thing is the body actually changes in that direction, right? Same thing with women. They'll grow a better beard than me if they want to become a man. That's just what. That's actually a thing where the body is actually morphable, and I know there is a big potential of abuse there. That's why I say everyone should decide for themselves, and you shouldn't impose this on other people because it's a very personal thing. But I want to go back to the point that you can measure it in some way. I'm in support of all of it. Just keep it away from children, because when I was a child, I wanted to be a fucking dinosaur, right? So wait until you're an adult,
True.
and when you're an adult, do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. But it's gotta be something that actually is a thing. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's a label. I don't think there's anything bad about it. I don't understand why some people would call it a label or would say it's bad to say man or woman. I don't understand what the bad thing about that is.
I've explained it, but like, there's no point because we're gonna go in circles for 3 hours. So I'm just
your
gonna
explanation sucks, man.
What, bro? I explained it so well. You're
don't
just not
understand
listening,
it.
bro.
You're basically saying, well, I like chocolate and strawberry, so I wouldn't say.
No, I'm not saying that, bro. Like, you know what? Let's go.
Let's fuck
move on.
it anyways. Hey,
Move on.
final word though, man. I love anyone or hate anyone. You don't
Not
have
me, but sure.
Man, fuck you, Issa. Nah, it's fine. Listen, I do not care what people do with their bodies. I do not care what you think.
As long as they're adults. I think that's a good point. Yeah, I agree. I think the general consensus is most people, as conservative as they are, they don't care as long as it's happening to adults. I think it's the general idea.
Yes. Like literally, bro, if you're happy, you're happy. And even if you do think you're neither man or woman, if you're a they them, then all I'm gonna say is, well, okay, I don't understand that. But I'm not
Nah,
gonna.
come on, bro. You're just
No,
being
but
a goofball. That's
no,
the
but
problem.
not in a disrespectful way. For me personally, in my head, I can't make it work in my head. But I'm happy for you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm just
I
saying,
get
like
you, I
me
get you.
personally, the way I
Happy for you.
you know, like the way I understand how like transsexuals and stuff like that, the way I get that,
Yeah.
I understand it. I just don't understand how you're neither. I cannot conceptualize nothing in my head. You know what I mean? I can't conceptualize being neither man or woman. I can't conceptualize it, which is completely fine. I'm happy for
Thing
you.
is, like, I can see it logically. I understand it. Honestly, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a they them out there who's gonna come into my stream after the podcast and be like, "What the fuck were you talking about, Spear? That is not true." But this, what I have in mind, makes sense. So I'm gonna stick to what makes sense here in my mind. Logically, I understand. Logically, it's coherent in my head. Legit. If
Alright.
we remove the biological aspects of it, but yeah, go on.
That's it, man. Other than that, bro, make sure you're happy. Make sure you live your life. And the thing is, like, with genuinely people who have like problems with like and identifying themselves, the suicide rate for those people is really high because life like that is just really hard, right? Like
True.
like suicide rate for transsexual people is extremely high simply
How high
because
is it?
living life like that is just difficult, and the internal turmoil that these people have where they're confused about who they are can just be so extreme. And then maybe your dad disowns you, and like your
And then,
parents,
yeah, the
and
societal.
then you get bullied in school because of it, and then your parents don't like you when you tell them, and then it's a really hard life for sure. So I have respect for that, and I wish anyone to be happy, like live happily ever after. So yeah, that's it, man. That's all it is. Like literally, I have no hate for any group. Okay, I don't give a shit. I just hate people in general, or I don't hate them. Like that's it. Like if I hate you, it's not because of your gender. It's because of your behavior towards me personally.
That's true.
it.
That's true.
So yeah, man.
That's true. People are judged, or ideally, people should be judged by the quality of their character.
Yeah, and their actions.
Yeah, that's the quality of the character, right?
If you're a transsexual teacher teaching kids mathematics and teaching them English and like bringing them up to be upstanding citizens and good morals and stuff like that, I have no problem. But if you're a straight super masculine mass murderer, then I would not choose that guy over the teacher, just because of like I don't like those are the stupidest people anyways. Like well, he's black and he's white, but the white guy did something with guns and the black guy did something with guns. Well, let's take the black guy anyways. You know what I mean? I don't like that people are just looking at something and like that's why they have an opinion on someone. It's like who gives a shit if it's a guy with makeup? Who cares? Did he do something bad? No, then shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, did he kill someone? No. Let him wear makeup. What the fuck is your problem? You look pretty gay caring about this makeup so much. You know what I mean? Like, why are you looking at that much? Why you care so much about that, bro? He didn't do anything. What the fuck's your problem? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's people, especially in my Twitch chat, I get messages like that all the time where people are like actively against gay people. I see people in my chat talking about being gay is a mental illness, being gay is this, being that is what. Why do you think so much about gay people? What's wrong with you? Like, it's like super,
True.
like, I don't, in my free time, I don't think about gay people or judge them or say it's bad.
In your free time, you're not saying there's too many gay people around here.
Yeah, I don't.
Say.
And by the way, fun fact, there has been so many politicians who've actively and like publicly said something badly about gay people, and there has been so many of them exposed to be gay themselves. That happens so much. There is so many.
I didn't even know about this,
there is
but
so
I
many.
believe it.
There are
It
so
makes
many
sense.
public figures or celebrities or politicians who are trying to push anti-gay stuff, and then later it turns out they are gay themselves. Like, it's super, super weird, this entire thing. Like, I have no idea what that is, but like I said, yeah, it's just stupid, the fact that you go off.
It's an internal conflict to have.
It's super weird, yeah. And for us, you and me, we're simple Neanderthals. All we see is booba and women, and we're happy, right? But there is way more complicated people out there with way more layers to them and internal stuff, Like, we're simple dudes, man. We're simple. Boobies and ass, he happy. That's it. Simple.
You know what, Naayil? I'm starting to realize life isn't all about fornication.
Isn't or is?
Isn't.
Well, for me it is.
What?
Nah, I'm joking. Obviously not, no. But because we live in a modern world. If we lived 3,000 years ago, then, probably would have been all about reproduction. But even back then, it's like, even in the animal kingdom, it's not all about reproduction. It's about having your territory. It's about having, your own life.
No, but humans like, we kind of were pushed further than that. We're held at a higher standard.
Of course, yeah. We have
We're
morals.
not like animals.
We have morals, yeah.
We have morals. We have something, we call it humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because we use a word, you speak English well, you know the term humanity, right?
Yeah.
Like, we use that in a way to describe, like, high moral standard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if we see a serial killer on the news, the news anchor's gonna be like, where is this man's humanity? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or like a guy's in the courtroom and he's not showing any sympathy.
Yeah.
You understand? And we'll say, where's his humanity? So we even know this, like, deep down.
Yeah, because they're like animals,
we
right?
use the word human
to
describe high moral standard.
Yeah.
So we're higher than that, We are. So, yeah. Sorry, I got a bit... I got a bit deep on that one for no reason. Sorry.
Yeah, and that would, like, basically transition into that whole thing, like, how humans are so much different from anything else we've seen, right? Because like, our morals and our thought process is, like, calculated. I think a dog could have some morals, but it's more
there are certain levels of, like, calculation, but it's a lot of it's out of intuition.
Right.
Like, most of an animal's life is just intuition. And that's why when people are like, oh, I wish I could, speak the animal's language. Bro, animals don't speak.
Yeah.
They have body language. A lion will slash at his family member or friend or whoever's in his pride.
Yeah.
Will slash at him if he doesn't want to have him around at the moment. But there's no actual language. They're not talking to each other.
Animals are robots, They are like autopiloted by their bodies.
By their intuition, yeah. How they feel,
instinct.
Right? We can do that. We can actually control. We can have discipline.
Yeah.
You can discipline an animal, and you can teach dogs. And dogs are like one of the smartest creatures. Obviously, you have dolphins, you have chimpanzees, but dogs are up there.
Mm-hmm.
Are up there, really intelligent, and they're also emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
Because you could get animals that are intelligent, but they're not emotionally intelligent, like crows or corvids. They're intelligent.
I love crows, man. Crows are so fucking... Bro, crows are smart mathematically. Have you seen that video of a crow? Bro, they put a snack into a bottle, and there's
I've seen it.
that with the water. The crows...
And he uses, like, rocks
to make the water level go up. So he can get this... How
corvids?
There is kids that can't do
crazy.
that. There is people that can't do that, And they don't understand that.
They also... Like, they're faced with, like, a phase 1, like a stage 1, right?
Yeah.
And there'll be, like, an apple, a stick, beans, and, like, something else, right? Food, a banana. And then the corvid picks the apple. And then when they walk into stage 2, stage 1 closes, and now there's something they really like, even more treats that they like real crow treats.
Mm-hmm.
But they need a stick to get it. So the next day, when they're faced with the stage 1 again, they pick the stick, and then they go into phase 2, and they use the stick to get That's amazing. That is future thinking that animals don't have that. We can try and teach dogs that, but really the dog's just scared of its owner. It doesn't want to disrespect him, or it doesn't want to hurt his feelings.
Dogs do more like the Pavlov thing, with the the Pavlov's dog.
I've heard
that experiment where you would ring a bell, give a dog a treat, ring a bell, give a dog a treat, and if you do that for long enough, eventually when you start ringing the bell and not give him a treat, the dog's mouth will water of the sound of
salivating
because of the bell, because he associates the bell with a treat. Yeah. So dogs basically do stuff by association. So if you tell a dog to be quiet and he gets a treat, you can teach him to be quiet and he gets a treat, but he's not doing it because he wants to be quiet. He's doing it because he's ordered. Like if he's quiet for like 30 seconds, he'll get a treat. So that's why he does it. But he wouldn't have done it like as a logical thought for him, you know? He wouldn't have done it by himself.
It's true. And what I'm saying is, like, there's animals, what we know is, with the exception of, like, dolphins, corvids, and chimps. Seriously. I think maybe there's another one I'm forgetting. But they react of things, like, in the present.
Yeah.
They don't think of the future.
Yeah.
They don't say, well, I'm going to pick the stick now because in the next phase there's something there that I'm going to need the stick for. They're going to see the apple and be like, oh, apple. And they just take it. You see? Like, that's... But
I mean, then
most
again,
animals,
birds do build a nest.
But this is all of instinct, though. Because even if the bird wasn't going to be having eggs, let's say it got neutered. I don't know enough about zoology to talk to you on this. But the reality is, it's doing off instinct.
Right.
It's like...
I have to lay eggs, and for the legs, I need somewhere to lay it, so I'm going to build a nest.
It doesn't think like that. It doesn't think that far ahead. It just collects sticks. It just collects sticks.
But why would you collect sticks before even having any eggs?
When it has enough of a pile of nice sticks and eloquent sticks, oh, I'm gonna lay eggs now. And it lays eggs. Similar to like cats. A cat is going up to its owner when it's in heat, right? When a female cat wants to have children. It'll go up to the owner and start purring at it and rubbing on it and lifting its tail up and sticking its... Like... The owner can't do anything with that.
Yeah.
But it's just the cat's instinct.
Right.
Like, the cat in it's just, this is how it acts. Mm-hmm. It's not thinking enough to think, well, my owner's a human and it's not going to work. And then, like, it's not thinking that.
Yeah.
It's just doing off what instinct.
Yeah.
So you're going to say, oh, this cat's fucking horny. It's trying to have sex with the owner. It's not. It's just doing what, it can't process that far ahead.
Yeah,
it's just reacting on instinct.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know... But then you see like stuff like crows and like other high intelligent animals, and then you'd be like, okay, well...
But even then, it's nowhere near the degree of a human. Like, crows, the smartest crows can have the intelligence or the brain age of a 7-year-old human.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That is crazy. But that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, and then you would be like, okay, well... Humans have that high level. Now, is that high level out of coincidence? Because if that's just how we're just another animal with like an extreme level, like we're basically an extreme crow, right? Mm-hmm. Or is it like actually, you know, special that we are like this, you know?
Next podcast, we're going to be doing a philosophical view of God. And we're going to talk about the logic of God, as in like the possibility of God. We're not going to discuss religion. We were going to do it this one, but it's going to take too long. We'll do it next one.
Yeah, we'll do it next one. We're already 1.5 hours, dude.
We've segued into it. Like, we marinated it. Somehow we ended up here, and we've arrived.
From Trump to trans people to crows, now we had religion. Not religion.
Genius.
What do you call it? What do you... Divine? Higher
divine
power.
intervention.
Higher powers.
Oh. Divinity.
I have no idea.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you trying to describe?
I'm talking about a higher power, right?
Divinity. That's what it is.
Divinity, okay. Yeah. I've never heard of that word.
It's something that's divine or has divine attributes. It's divinity.
Okay. What does divine specifically mean? It has to be like...
Divine is a higher power.
Okay, well, you're just being
something
fancy
that
for no reason. Yeah,
us.
Sure.
Yeah,
we can talk about that next podcast. I think
podcast. I'm down.
I think we call it a day for this for this one, anyways, right?
Yeah, I think this has been like an hour, 30 minutes. I think we're good.
But as closing words, I want to get it straight again. By the way, neither Isa nor
you hate people. You don't like certain groups. Say it.
Shut up, Isa.
You hate gay people, Naayil, and you also hate immigrants. That's what I gathered from this stream.
Listen, man. I want to get it straight again. Neither Isa nor me have any hate for anyone. We just give our own opinions and we wish everyone to be happy. All right? We don't want anyone to feel bad about anything. It's just that I'm stupid and I don't understand certain stuff, and I'm honest enough to say that I understand certain parts of it, and other certain parts of it my brain cannot make it work. I'm not saying that because I don't understand it that it's bad. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, well, I get that and that. This thing, I don't know about it. I can't really make it work in my head. So I'm gonna be like, okay, I don't get it, but I'm still happy for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People need to understand ignorance doesn't equal malice.
Exactly. Just because I don't
Naayil
understand
isn't
something.
malicious.
Exactly.
He just is ignorant to it. That's
Just because I don't, if you're a they them and you say you're neither, that doesn't mean because I don't understand it that it's automatically wrong. I'm just saying that I don't understand it for myself. If you are perfectly happy with that, that is great. I'm not gonna go with a lantern and a pickaxe running after you. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying my own experiences and my own brain capacity. You know, maybe I'm just too stupid for that. That could also be a possibility.
You need some growing, some maturity, some experience.
Whatever it is, but I'm just saying my own opinion without any hate towards anyone. And so is Isa when he's talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything else you want to say, boss?
I think that's it, brother.
That's it.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought. Call me a bad word. Call Isa a bad word if you have to.
Please.
And let us know what we should talk about next one. I mean, we already know what we're going to talk about next one, but maybe something else. Maybe you got some more.
We can add something to it, though.
Whatever you have, let us know.
Or just a certain discussion we can have part of it,
Sure, yeah.
No, not religion, because we don't want to get into religion.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about specifically Islam or whatever. We don't want to do that.
We're not going to talk about specific Christianity or Islam or Judaism. We'll just talk about the logic of God or the possibility of God. That's what we'll
Because
discuss.
if you talk about the books, it gets way too messy.
And we're both not experts.
Bro, I'm gonna talk about.
I might misconstrue some information by accident.
Yeah.
You might say something out of just ignorance. It's just horrible.
It's so complicated. I'm gonna be talking
if
about.
we were educated on it, sure, why not? So.
But even if you're educated, it's hard, man. Even then, it's difficult.
Yeah, even then you have to be hard, and you need to know how to talk because it's not enough just knowing the information. You also need to be able to say it in a way where you're not
bring it
condescending
across,
or arrogant.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because then people actually listen to you and take you seriously, other than you trying to put down a religion or you trying to express something in a way where you're doing it out of arrogance. No one likes to listen to that. So it's a mixture of intelligence and knowing the information, knowledge, and then also knowing how to speak and articulate yourself without sounding like an absolute animal.
Mm-hmm. And even then, people will be like, well, actually, but you shouldn't talk about the Old Testament. You should be talking about this, or you should be talking about that.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's within the realm of the debates. That's fine. That's fine.
Cool. But basically, it's just super messy to talk about. And I think generally talking about philosophics and just God in itself, whether it be Christian God, Buddhist God, Islam God, just talking about the fact and the possibility of God itself, whether or not whatever religion he might be or might not be, I think that's just a more interesting conversation anyways. Who gives a fuck talking about verses and stuff, I don't really care
there's
about
people for that. I respect that.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be my own. I wouldn't.
I get into theology. So there's theology, which is the discussion of religion.
Yeah.
And then there's philosophy, which can also be the discussion of God too.
Which I think is more interesting than.
To you. So yeah, we'll
to me,
that.
of course, to me. Yeah, obviously to me.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
And it's more
Let's do
safe, anyways. So guys, thank you for
safer.
watching. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys. We will see you guys.
Yep, we'll
next
see
time.
you guys. Next week, we'll see. Take care, guys.
Next week or next week?
Next week or the next week.
All
Take
right.
care, guys.
Thank you.